Podcast starts at 19 seconds.
Welcome to Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast where various black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various black men's perspectives. I'm your host, Chi, and today this episode is going to be a little different from normal. Now, on your end, make sure to hit that subscribe or follow button depending on your platform. Make sure to hit that like button on your way in. Make sure to check out the Clips channel, Fit the Description podcast over there on YouTube. Make sure to check out the Instagram. Yes, I got to work on it. Opinion_Peace_network. And if you want to check us out on any of the audio platforms, all the links will be down in the description below. I think besides the audio platforms, but if you're watching on the video platforms, all the audio links for the audio platforms will be in the description below.
Trust me, I see a lot, you guys. Just the elderly. It's sad because, like I said, I talk to them all the time, and they'll constantly tell me like, yeah, feel like I got ripped off. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen to me. Like Jay started saying, I don't want to work 70 years old, still having to do a young man's job, or just trying to find any type of work just to stay alive when I'm supposed to be retired at the beach somewhere, or traveling the world, relaxing, enjoying my grandkids or something. Just enjoying the amount of life I have left. There's too many our elders are not enjoying life. They're just not enjoying life, man. It's tough. It's hard. And I feel sorry because they didn't know. And even when I try to tell them about crypto, they're like, "Oh man, I'm too old, man. I'm not there. I'm not there." And
I get it.
Yeah, it's to the point. It's to the point with the older, the elders and stuff, like your grandmas, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You kind of will have to guide them, yourself. Like, you can't be telling them, explaining everything to them. You would if you could just get them to be the point though where they're willing to give you money to even invest it. You know what I'm saying? Like, start them up a wallet where they're even just put it into the stable coin and gain the 9% interest to the money that they got. Like simple stuff like that. Like, if you could just do that for them, because they're not gonna be knowing about the summer for Cardano's happening today and stuff. No, like
I show them. I'm on a job. I can't. That's another thing. Being stuck on the job restricts you doing things that you want to do. Can't be on my phone like that and all that other stuff. So. I try to show them, hopefully that they can remember, I am getting my phone number at times, and they never call me back or anything. But the sad is just like, and you could tell that they're defeated. They're defeated,
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even matter how much I try to convince them that the amount of the endless amount of possibilities that is available today with technology, they're done, they're defeated.
Well, it's also not only that, dude. Like,
life is just over.
It's not just that. You gotta understand, like, when you deal with people at that age too, and it's reason why they say that's why you gotta work now. Because it's like when you get to that age, it's like, man, you're just, it's like you lived your life, you did it all, and like I mean, actually, what John just said, I don't want to be 75 and doing it, it hits differently. I want to do it when I'm young, at least when I can move around and be myself. And I agree, if I can change my life within 3 years in my 30s, I can still be 30s and do all this. and make money is what I want to do it then. I mean, I wish I would have done it in my 20s personally.
Yep.
But if I could do it in my 30s and get my life together and do it now, like I said, I'd rather do it now than later, especially right now. I want to do it now. I'd rather start now, because you gotta understand, when you get to that age, man, I mean, and it's like, like you said, you look at grandmas and everybody, you just get to a point where it's not just defeated, it's just also just like, man, like I've done it all. I mean, it's like, yeah, I could try, but it's like some people are set in the ways, man. Like, so you can't always teach an old dog new tricks, no matter how much.
You got to be the change for the future generation that's coming. So like, when you at 70 and you could be like, man, crypto changed my life, man. I was living life at 30, I retired. Like, then they can learn, and they can jump on investing on whatever new might be something new by then. Like,
and not only that, well, I mean, this applies to specific people, not everybody. This does not apply to everybody. Because there's a lot, because what I'm about to say, you could challenge. There's a lot of examples where you can challenge this point that I'm about to make.
Okay.
But let's just say typically, one of the biggest issues of this society today, and it's something I've been talking more and more to my friends about. A lot of people are trying to get into industry and stuff, or get into industries, whatever, is that you do have a lot of old people holding on for too long. Some of them, and if we come down in price, not just up, but we come down in price, there's a lot of people that are just, because like I said, they can't retire, whatever. They're having to work their entire life, and they're not willing to step aside because they don't have a means to take care of themselves. They got to keep working because they don't have retirement, or it won't be enough, or, they just to take care of themselves. There's a lot of people that cannot retire at this point because a lot, like, let's just be honest, the government has screwed a lot of these people up and out of stuff. There was a story I just heard not too long ago about this woman who was about to retire. And basically what happened right before her retirement, they fired her so she couldn't get it.
Yeah, they do that.
Like that happens all the time to these old senior citizens who are like,
I mean, think about all the people that's tired of going to 9 to 5 because they tried it last year. They was at a restaurant, pandemic happened, they got fired. They got rehired into that job when they, temporarily opened, and then got fired again.
Yeah.
They're tired. They're tired of 9 to 5s. Like, I'm sorry. It's a lot of people. That's why 9 to 5 is like the way I'm talking about it now. Because a lot of people feel that way. And they're trying to figure out, like, most of those people, they don't want to go back to work. They don't want to be in the office. Even if they sitting there playing a video game, they don't want to be at that place no more.
Yeah.
Like, it's because of what just happened kind of too as well, and it's a reason why is a lot of people were staying on unemployment for so long, riding it out and trying to figure out what they can do, start their own little business up, whatever it was. Everybody was kind of trying to figure out what they could do that they could love to do.
Right.
It opened a lot more people's eyes. I know that much.
Yeah. Which I would definitely, if possible, like to bring you back on to have a conversation about that subject, because that's more I would love to add to that topic right there. Like there's too many things right now and how things are set up that's just totally against us. Like let's just be honest. Unless you're the person in power, this life is not made for you to win. Remember, we live in a debt-based society. That's really what it is. This society is built on debt, not on freedom. Yeah. Remember, everybody talk about the American dream. No. The American dream now today, I think that was established in what's called 2013. It's just to be out of debt. That is literally the American dream today. The American dream used to be a household family, white picket fence, and a nice house. That's not that anymore. Our generation, a lot of people in our generation and older than us, is just saying, I just want to be done with debt.
Right.
And that's the sad part. This society is not made for you to win. It is made to get you, use you, abuse you, get everything it can out of you, and then leave your ass stranded.
We're like honeybees, where all they just do is fly till their wings tear off. They fall to the ground and die.
Yes, and that's what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, there are exceptions, and that's why yes, I mean, I totally get what you're saying, Jonathan. But yes, I can always fully agree with that, because there are some people that get to a 9 to 5 and are happy there. And again, I know we're not talking about them. But yes, there are definitely a lot of people that have 9 to 5 that are just tired and not happy about it, and when it need a life change,
Mm-hmm.
And all we're saying is that that, you know, with things like, you know, particularly talk about this type about crypto, is that it gives people a chance to put the power and the lights back in their hands, because like at this point, like I said, we don't have the power. As much as we want to say you do it, like you go find job at a job at a job at a job. But yeah, there is going to be a point where, like, hey, you who knows what may happen, but you can't walk. You may start having a bad back. You may start having a bad knee, and having to work that job. I mean, even sitting down, it may cause issues. Trust me. Like that's why I said none of that stuff is good. So I'm not saying, again, like I said, I'm not ever gonna knock a 9-to-5, because like I said, there's a lot of people who love the 9-to-5. There's people who want to work and it keeps people living. That's fine. But but at the same time, I'm gonna more promote, you know, if you want to be free, because like I said, to me, the American dream, to me, at least my dream, is to be financially free, you know, to make sure well, I mean, it's always been my dream. I always say, when I want to get to a point where I ain't gotta worry about my bills, my medical is paid, I ain't never gotta worry about eating, you know. And that's the bare minimum. But to me, I want to overachieve that, you know. I mean, again, like I said, I never thought about running a business before. I never thought about stocks before. What's up?
No, I mean, I have the same thing because I'm listening to you guys, but like I said, like you're saying that a lot of people are tired of a 9-to-5, but 9-to-5s, you know, a lot of people are going to 9-to-5s because doing what you love is scary too. I know. Agreed. I know so many businesses that were in business for 20, 30 years and they got fucked off because of this pandemic.
Agreed.
So, like, I know people that have started for photography businesses, all kind of shit that have gotten fucked over because of this pandemic. Agreed. So, my point is, everybody, and like I said, it's no offense to anybody on this podcast, but I pay every one of my bills, every single one. My rent, my you know, every bill was paid by me and my significant other. Nobody helps me with nothing at the end of the day. So it's like, when you, like I said, if you're going to say all of this, say how you got there. I got there by paying every one of my bills for the last, since I was 18 years old. I got my own place. I got my own this. I got my own that. So like I said, if you're going to say something's good, say how you obtained it, because I don't know nobody who's famous or anything and that doesn't talk about their struggles. And so that's the point that I try to make to people so much who talk about, okay, starting your own business. Okay, how did you get there? Because somebody had to sacrifice for you to do what you're doing. Because I guarantee you, if you just decided to do it and have your own place and have your own bills, you would have no choice but to have a 9-to-5. And
Not
on
true.
top of that, you would have to try to find a 9-to-5 and that coexists with that plan that you're trying to do. So miss me with that bullshit.
That's not true with everybody, though, bro.
Oh my God.
That's not true with everybody.
I'm saying most people, yeah.
But
most people who try to start their own business, who take care of all of their bills, they have a 9-to-5 because they can't just focus on that one thing.
Yeah, I'm not denying that.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. Like I said, say how you got to what you're at now, because I can say how I got to where I'm at now. I'm not saying playing video games. That's not my point. My point is I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing. I don't have any stress or, you know, a boss looming over me. Yes, I'm not saying that it's going to make me millions of dollars, but is it a consistent check? Of course it is, for the time being, because due to this pandemic, you don't know what the fuck is going to happen in the next 5 years.
Exactly.
On both sides. I agree with you guys. Try to do something different. But like I said, at the end of the day, I will take something that's consistent over, it might work, it might not.
Again, that's why I said we're not arguing that at all. Like that's why we said, that's why my fault. But I said, like I said, it depends on the lifestyle that you want to lead and that you want to choose. What you're saying is totally right. There's no argument there at all. You know, like I can't argue with you, but that's why I said, if you're happy where you're at, and like you said, you're happy where you're at.
Being happy. See, but that's what I'm saying. You keep saying it's not about being happy. It has nothing to do with being happy. I'm saying it's about being content. It's about being content. It ain't got nothing to do with being happy.
You know, I'll give you that too. If you're content, because content is still a form of accepting where you're at. If you're content, that's fine too. But again, as long as you chose that, that's fine. There's no argument. But again, that's what you chose. What we're saying is we don't want that, and we're choosing something different. There's, like I said, there's no argument here. All we're saying is that if you want to change your life, that's fine. I get what like. I mean, I don't know about telling our life stories or like how you got there, because like I said, again, a lot of us, like I said, a lot of us are still trying to figure it out. You know, we don't all have the answers. You know, I could like, yes, I do. I can't tell you what screwed me up.
I'm not saying to tell. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that people, like I said, if this is a podcast and you're throwing out both sides of a story, it's just like, I'm not going to throw out both sides to a story and just only give people, oh, well, this is the negatives about this. No, I'm going to tell people, okay, this is the reason why I do this. Like I said, I'm not telling you to. By no means am I telling you.
But we did say why we're doing this.
Okay, but I'm saying at your day-to-day life, and so people think like, okay, they're getting into crypto, whatever, because of what? And because of the life that you're in. Obviously, like I said, everybody isn't going to share their day-to-day lives.
No. That's not what it is. You're getting into crypto for a chance to change your life because you want to do something. You want to better your life. That's why you should be getting into crypto.
I'm saying that you guys are talking about starting your own business, all these things. And like I said before, tell the people why you want to do these things. Because like I said, everything builds up to something.
But we did say that.
I'm saying that I want to do or not want to do. I'm doing a 9-to-5 right now because of this is what it led me to this. Because I see it more content. Okay, like I said before, I'm not saying that your guys' lives and the reason why you guys want to do it, whether it be California or beaches or whatever the hell the reason is on why you guys choose to do what you do, but I'm not going to dictate my life just because there's a beach in this town.
We're not saying to do that.
Okay, but that's what I heard. It's like California has beaches. There's like I can name hundreds of things that California has other than a beach. To me, no offense to whoever said that, sounded stupid as hell. It's like, really, and you just care about the beach? There's so many other things. Yes, I agree with you with the political and all those things, but you sound stupid to say that, oh, well, I want to stay out here because I can't go to a beach. Like, are you serious? A beach? Like, that's dumb to me. That's like, I mean, if I heard that and I was listening to this podcast, I'd be like, okay, but what else does California have? And you're staying out here because you just want to go to a beach. How dumb does that sound? Like, I mean, but the only reason why I say that is because if we're trying to empower other Black men to be something, it's like, give them detail. Give them detail. That's the only reason why I'm saying. And you have to agree with me on that, at least.
I'm just lost on how the beach has got to be something dumb. I could say then you working a 9-to-5 sounds dumb to me.
Hold on.
Like that I could do that though. No, like I'm serious saying, though. Like if that's the only thing. All I'm saying is because everybody has a dream. Everybody has a dream. So if their dream is to live,
why you stay in California? It's just because you can go to a beach. Like that's like saying, oh, I live in California just because I'm a Lakers fan. So it's like, that's crazy to me. I suffer because I'm a Lakers fan. Like that don't make no sense.
But some people do.
That's what I was saying, because like, I mean, like that's just like the people that live out here to act, right?
But I'm saying that doesn't sound good to listeners. I'm not saying it's them. I'm saying to listeners that doesn't sound good. That's what I'm saying. Like if we're trying to make a change, I'm not saying to not say the beach, but I'm saying there's so much more to California, and the weather, the people, the vibe. There's so many other things.
I said, but I literally went through everything.
California. I'm from California, so it's not like I'm just saying these things, not because I'm not from California. Like, I grew up in California for 18 years. So it's like, I'm just saying, like, coming from California, maybe you didn't know that. So it's like, that's why I'm telling you, I'm from California.
I'm born in California. So
okay, I was born in California too, but like I'm saying, if I were to entice people on why I stay somewhere, I'm just, especially in California, there's so many other things.
Well, hold on.
But I literally went through so many.
No. Let me clarify this. Because it's not about enticing people to stay in California. It's about, and this is what I said. I said it's about, living the life that you want to live. That's what it really is about.
Yeah, that's how we got on that whole topic.
Yeah,
exactly.
It has nothing to do with you want to live in California, whatever. I said it here. I said living here in California, to people, like, honestly, yes, this is stupid. What we're doing is stupid. We're fucking struggling. Like living in a place where it's like almost $5 for gas, where you could, like, we can move to Indiana for $1, but we love it here, and like I told you, I brand new all the places I went to, but it's like I haven't found no place like California, and I love it here. Don't get me wrong. Do I like it? Like, and I even said I hate the parts, all that stuff. So I did bring that up. But again, the point isn't about trying to say you need to move to California. Hell no. Like, honestly, I've told you multiple times. I tell everybody, honestly, don't. It's like the living out here, it does suck. It is hard. It is harder than what it should be. Like, I would never recommend anybody, unless you really want to be here, don't move here. It's not worth it. You can do everything that you want in other places for a lot cheaper. It's just for me, like I've been to other places, I've checked out other places, I've checked out other states, and for me, this is where I love, and this is where I'm more comfortable. But that's the life that I choose. That's what I want. But it doesn't have to be. But like I said, but you don't have to live my life. All I'm saying is, and that's what I said the whole entire point of at least my point was the reason why I'm in this is because there's a lifestyle that I want to live, and this is one route I see of getting there. And that's what I'm saying. For you people, you have to ask yourself as an individual, what is the life that you want to lead? And it starts there. If you're happy and content, no, not even happy. If you're content and you're fine, then live your life and find, like a dude told me back when I was in college, and I asked him, "Are you happy?" Because he had his family. And he told me, he said, I found a new form of happiness. And to me, I don't want to say that. That's just not what I want to say. Will I get there? Yes. Is this guaranteed? No. And that's what I'm saying. What you said is not wrong. What you said, I totally agree with. I rather be for sure knowing I have a paycheck coming every week at the same fucking time. That is something I'm not mad about, and I would never disrespect. All I'm trying to tell people is for me is that this is just another option. And for me, yes, I have made more by just putting money into crypto than what I originally had. Yes, I am actually in the positive. I put a lot more into crypto than what I thought, but I am making money. Like I'm not at a loss. I'm actually at a gain in crypto. And that's what I'm saying. So for me, it's like I'm seeing the positive. But I also see the negative, which I brought up with my sheep, where like I'm really down, like heavy, like it's hurting. I'm looking at that money like I'm in pain. But my whole entire point of, so I don't talk forever, it's just what we're saying is, like I said, this is just an option to figure out a life that you want to live. This is an option to achieve that. But that's all it is. But again, I'm also not trying to knock you what you're saying, because what you're saying is right. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just you got to figure out what you want to do with your life, and starts there. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Like I said, I 100%. Like I said, I agree. Trying something new. Never going to disagree with any of that. But I'm going to say that taking a chance on things, yes, should always happen. That is like that's life. Everything, like every day you walk out the house is taking a chance on something. So, but at the same time, it's like we live in a world now of even more uncertainty than what we did. And yes, I'm not saying that whatever you guys choose to do, cryptocurrency or stocks or whatever, it won't make you rich, just because I don't believe in it. because I don't have enough information. Doesn't mean, yes, a 9 to 5 is a safe way to go for the town that I live in, for the lifestyle that I choose to live at this point in time. Until this lifestyle says, hey, you can't live and buy the shit that you want to buy and do the shit that I want to do, then okay, maybe I'll agree. But I've been able to do what I want to do for years now. It ain't been like, I'm not saying that, okay, I don't, you just say financial freedom. Yes, but what I like to have millions of dollars too, and to have financial freedom, of course I would. But at the same time, and like the age-old saying says, and with more money comes more problems, and everybody know that. Everybody know that. I don't care who you are. The richer you get, especially if you're a Black man, the richer you get, the more issues you will always have. The more hurdles you will have to jump, the harder you'll have to work just to prove yourself and all of that. Yes, for me, that doesn't sound like winning. That sounds like, okay, yes, I have a lot of money, but it's like, damn, I got to do more than this person that basically isn't the same skin color as me at the end of the day. Yes, for a person that maybe isn't able to live their life the way they want to live it, maybe that might sound great, but to me, I've been able to live the life that I want to live. Like I mean, yes, like I said, I don't have big dreams like you guys, I guess it is, because I'm very fulfilled in my life, you know? But at the end of the day, like I said, if you guys got big dreams, that'll get you to your big dreams, and so be it. So be it. Just because I think something is dumb, stupid, inferior doesn't mean anything. But exactly. I just feel like proof is, this world is about facts at the end of the day. So maybe your facts will be true, maybe my facts will be true. Yes, do I bank more on my facts because a constant has been a consistent thing for the last 5 years to me? Of course. It's like, but maybe we're in a turning point where you might be right, or G might be right, or B might be right. Mm-hmm. I don't see it, but I could be wrong.
Exactly. And I mean, I wanted to hear you guys fight, and it didn't matter who was right at the end of the day. The thing is, we made this podcast because we wanted to talk about issues in the community. So now we're talking about this. You have a voice that some of these listeners maybe agree with. Just like G has a voice that just like everybody on here probably has a group of people that listen and they go, hey man, that's how I feel about it. And they want to see the rebuttal or the conversation had from their point of view.
Exactly. It's not a crime to say something is stupid if you feel like it's stupid. He said a 9 to 5 is stupid. And I agree with him. If somebody's working at fucking Walmart, hell yeah, I agree. But I don't work at fucking Walmart. Speaking from a person that actually worked at Walmart, fucking sucks. Fucking sucks. But I don't work at Walmart. Like I said, it wasn't about me playing the game. It's just a financial security to do and to not have to work harder. It gives my day so much more. I can do so much more because the one thing I don't have to worry about, and this is the reason why I tell people like working at 9 to 5 years ago, the one thing I can put on autopilot is my job. I ain't got to think about it. Literally, I don't think about it. It comes naturally. It comes easy. Yes, not a lot of people can say that, but not a lot of people can just be like, hey, I'm a fucking actor too at the end of the day. So fuck out of here. Like, it's like, yeah. That's not an everyday job. It's just like my job isn't an everyday job. But can I say that, hey, if you go apply at my job, you can do the same thing that I'm doing. I can get you into this job. Like if you were to come out here, get a guard card and spend $145, which you might not have, or you might have, and you were to spend $145, I can get you into this job having an ID and a guard card, a piece of paper, and I can potentially have you doing what I'm doing. And so you can have, like, that's the point that I'm trying to make. So let me just ask this real fast. Okay, so you mean to tell me, and this is for G and B only. You mean to tell me, yes, it's not in California, but it's like, if I can guarantee you this job, doing what I do, standing at a post, like I said, playing the switch, or just not doing anything. You don't have to play the switch. You can stand there and, read or do computer work or whatever you need to do, and you can get paid for it. And yet you can still do your edits and all those things and still have your whole damn day to do what you need to do. You mean to tell me that wouldn't help you right now?
Yeah, no, it would definitely help me out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. That will help you out right now. Now, I can't predict what's going to happen in the future, but yes, I'm in the motion of helping people right now. Yes, like I said, nobody in the world could have predicted this pandemic. So yes, my mind is like, okay, anything can happen, to the point where we might not be here in 5 years, to the point of because any of us can get sick. Obviously, any of us could get sick and die. But it's like, if I can make you money right now and somewhat of a guarantee, I can do that. Versus, oh, well, if you put your money in this and wait, I'm sorry, that's just not appealing to a person like me at the end of the day. But like I said, I might be wrong. Like, yes, if you're talking about at 40, which some of us are older and younger, some of us might have 5 years till 40 and 7 years, 10 years, whatever. But it's like, yes, 40 isn't that far away. So when we have this podcast in the next, let's just give or take 10 years, and I hope all you guys are millionaires or six figures. I really do. I really hope I'm wrong. And that's not me being a smart ass. Like, I really hope I'm wrong, because it sounds like you guys have invested a lot of time and a lot of faith in this. And I'm just going to say good luck.
Damn, everybody quiet now? What the fuck happened?
You said what?
Why is everybody quiet now? What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
You just knocked all the life out of them, bro.
Trust me.
God damn.
It always happens.
No, it's not that. It's just I've already said what I had to say, and like, no, I mean, I'm letting him speak. Like,
I mean, he made valid point for his side. Like, everybody's made a valid point for their side. So, like, there's nothing else to be said. Like he said, he hopes for the best for us. I hope for the best with him. At the end of the day, crypto market, stock market, everything could crash. Recession could happen. All types of stuff could happen. Now we have seen that people could get fired, jobs could just go bankrupt. Like, so nothing's really safe now that the pandemic has came. But like I said, he's made a good point for his side for now. It's consistent, and everything. But like, a lot of people's job, 30 million people lost their job in America. So it must have not been that consistent. And I'm sure they was probably at their jobs for more than 5 to 20 to 10 years, all that. So, and it's definitely, I know a lot of people that was young. The youngest people got taken out the job first. All the elderly people got to keep their job that been in the job the longest, even at good jobs. So like I said, like, he made his point, and that's great. Like, nobody got nothing to say because he made his side of his point. It works for him. We made our side of our points. It works for us. I only got like 8 more minutes. I'm out though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, James. You got anything else you want to add, or because
hell no. I'm straight.
Oh man, that's funny.
I'm usually the one that starts shit on this, but whatever.
I can't agree with that.
I mean, man, I'm not trying to start no shit though. It just, when you start to dog something and you don't use, like I said, I just don't like when, there's, I'm a person who sees things from both sides, all sides. I'm not a biased type person. I don't believe that anything is a guarantee at the end of the day, but I do feel like, okay, consistency is everything. That's the only thing that lasts.
What's consistent now, though?
I mean, I'm saying, like, I'm not saying that anything now is consistent. I'm saying that what I've seen is a constant money flow. And like I said, I'm not saying for California. I don't know how shit works in California. If you're saying what you're doing in California is working for you, then okay. But I'm saying that if a person can get you a consistent cash flow for the time being, yes, cryptocurrency, that's the biggest thing I hear about people with cryptocurrency. It's like, where's my money going? Like, if something happens, I can't just get my money. Like,
what do you mean you can't just get your money?
That's not like I said, that's not what I hear from people. It's not as
you can get your money instantly.
Okay.
I don't know who you've been getting your, sources and stuff is from, but yeah, like your money could be instantly in your account just as fast as PayPal.
All right. Like I said, that's not how I hear it. If you say it, then like I said, I don't have anything to say about it. I'm just going based off the stuff I hear. The reason why people don't want to do it. But I don't know how cryptocurrency works. I'm not even going to try to learn how cryptocurrency works. I ain't got the patience for it.
So that's it for the cut content. I mean, like I said, this is a cut content episode, so you can't really expect us to have a full episode recorded when we do this series or pull episodes from the series to put on the podcast. You know what? I will say a couple of things because now that I listen back, I can't speak for everybody on the podcast, but I'll at least speak for myself. I think since we recorded that podcast, it had to be just about, if not almost 5 years now, because that was recorded 2021. We're now in 2026. And I definitely think even now there's some valid points in both of those conversations. I will say Keith is right on the sense of consistency. And I could tell you today, J-Star was right with there being no guarantees, because as a recorder of this podcast, there's been a ton of layoffs from the 9-to-5 jobs, at least from people I know that I heard from. When it comes to the crypto situation, of course, like I said, from the recording of this podcast, things have definitely changed. And I can tell you right now, Keith is pretty much right in that sense, at least when it comes to me, because at that point in time, I definitely made money, and now it's been kind of rocky. So actually, I think I've said this in another episode, but like I said, I don't have all the crypto that I had back then either. So yeah, a lot has changed from the recording of that podcast, and things were definitely looking better than what they are today. Now, I think I said in the actual episode that crypto is a high risk game. So the thing is, and that's something I always want to leave everybody with when it comes to investing, at least if you're a beginner, don't invest more than what you're willing to lose. That's the best advice that I will give anybody. If you don't have a high risk tolerance, or you're not in a position to take riskier bets, then don't do it, or only invest as much you're willing to lose. Now, there's a lot more things I would love to say about this episode, but some of the things I would like to say can be touched on in later episodes, so I'm not going to touch on it here. But to speak on this episode, I am glad that I did bring this one out, because this was one I wanted to bring out for a very long time, because this was one of the better episodes, and I really wanted to get this conversation out there. So that's why, like I said earlier, that going forward, if there's times where we may not be able to record an episode, or we may skip an episode, because like I've said, I do have some podcasts that are pre-recorded that I haven't put out, but cut content is basically the additional stuff that I cut out for whatever reason. But sometimes I feel like some of those are too good, and I'm kind of tired of keeping those in storage. So at least the better ones I'm going to bring out. I think right now I have 2 more cut content episodes to release. So if the situation presents itself, then I definitely will be releasing some new episodes from the cut content, because at times I would say a lot of the better content are found in some of the stuff that I cut out, and I really want to start making an effort of bringing those episodes out a lot more. Okay, I'm going to cut in right here because from that recording, there's a big, huge update when it comes to this. Well, I should say the next episode coming out. So next week, we will not be having an episode. And that's because as a recording of this podcast, a couple things happened to my setup. First, and it's my fault, I wound up doing something and screwing up my computer. So I had to take time to fix that. Right after that, my social media got hacked into, so I needed time to go ahead and get that fixed. And because of that, I will be having to miss the next podcast. Basically, I had to cancel the recording session. And that's only because of the stuff I'm dealing with. So I wanted to make sure that you are aware. So if you're wondering, well, where's the next episode? We will be back in 2 weeks because, as you know, we record one podcast and then we split it up in between 2 weeks. And I know, because I'm sure you heard what I said earlier, where I said, oh yeah, we have cut content on release episodes. Well, I'm not going to rush into worrying about getting that edited. If I have time, I may release either a backup podcast or a cut content. I'm going to see how fast I can get things done and set up, because I wound up getting hacked into, and actually I wound up having to reset my whole entire system. So I lost a lot of work, a lot of pre-recorded content. Actually, I wound up having to re-edit this second chapter because all this went away, because I wound up having to reset my system. And basically, I lost probably over a month, if not more, of content. And there's something I gotta fix. So yeah, I'm going to take my time and get my system fixed before I worry about releasing another episode. So if I have time, if I get things fixed up and working, then I will be releasing a new episode. If not, like I said earlier, the next episode will be coming out in 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens. If you get a new episode next week, that means I was able to find time to edit it. If not, then we will be back in 2 weeks, which that means the next episode will be coming out on the audio platforms. It will be the 20th is what it's looking like. And then on the video platforms, that means it'll be coming on the 25th. So yeah, so it'll be the 20th of April is when we're coming back. And if not, then you'll get an episode next week. So we'll see what happens. But now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I am adding a little bit more padding because I'm trying to get to the 45-minute mark. Because if you don't know, the length of our podcast always runs between 45 minutes and 2 hours. I've been keeping them shorter as of late because I value your time, but we always try to record as slow as 45 minutes a chapter all the way up to 2 hours, depending on the topic and the episode and what we're talking about. So, not gonna lie, I'm adding a little bit of padding here. That's why I'm just talking some nonsense. But I think we got enough so I could go ahead and start to close this out. So, I hope you enjoyed this cut content episode. Like I said, I've been wanting to get this one out for a while, and I'm glad I was able to get it out. And once again, I want to thank B, I want to thank Keith, I want to thank James, and I want to thank J-Star for being on this episode. Definitely appreciate it. I want to thank y'all, the listeners, for checking this one out. Definitely appreciate it. Also, make sure on your way out to hit that subscribe or follow depending on your platform. Make sure to check out the Clips channels, Fit the Description podcast over there on YouTube. Make sure to check out all the audio platforms. All the links will be down below. I think next time I do a cut content episode, if we don't have enough to do 2 chapters, I'll see if I could bring somebody else in to maybe record and share their thoughts from that time and see how things have changed. But we'll see. I shouldn't be making promises right now. But yeah, I think I'll try to do that for the next one. Just so, you could get some other opinions from people who were on that episode. But with that being said, I want to thank y'all, appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all on the next chapter. The next episode. Either it will be next week, or we'll be back April 20th on the audio platforms and April 25th on the video platforms. With that being said, have a good one.